Hello there folks, and welcome back to the channel for another Ark Survival Evolved video, part of our Ark's Tale. Thank you again for joining me. So we're just going to get straight into it. We're using the parasaur, like I said. We're looking for trilobites as we get hit by microraptors. I thought it was just one at first, but we could hear several. There's not a lot we could do about it. I think I did whistle neutral on the parasaur. We've got one microraptor here which we try and kill, but he's taken a bit of a beating. And in the end, I believe he just flies off. Little coward. No, we do get him. Yes. Yes, thank you very much for bringing me some hide and meat. And we'll try and save the parasaur from the other one, which is no longer here. Okay, I could have sworn it was still... Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. No, we jump off in advance so he can't daze us. Oh, and there's another one that's joined the fight. Gosh, you've joined me at a chaotic time right now, dealing with these microraptors. In the end, I gave up with the bow and decided to bowler it. That's a good job I had some of those with me. We're just going to leave the parasaur to take a few hits while we deal with this microraptor. What a pain. And we try and bowler this one, and for some reason it just impacts on nothing. And yeah, we start to shoot it and it starts attacking us. We're actually down pretty low on health. Things are getting critical. We've got to get the bowler out, and he runs off. We're not having any of that though. We're just going to catch up to him and bowler him and finish the job. Now, yeah, we gathered up there, I believe. And yeah, now that that's behind us, we get back to the parasaur. We chuck the meat on it so it doesn't spoil as fast. And another microraptor! Goodness sake, how many have we got to deal with? Now I jump in the water just to take refuge at this point. And then we get back on the parasaur for the parasaur to do the job. But after that we were critically low on bowlers and decided to craft loads of them, just in case more showed up, which of course straight away another one does, and immediately dazes us. And it's only a level 5. Is that? Gosh, seems like it's never ending. We're just out here peacefully looking for trilobites and just getting invaded. And now that was annoying. It was just taunting us, and it ran off. We couldn't catch him. In the end, I had problems with this Pego. I can't remember what it stole, but we were trying to deal with that, and the microraptor comes back for another go. And then immediately runs off, which is lovely. But a little bit further up, the microraptor comes back again. Now, I've had it. I'm trying to desperately bowler this thing. I told you I was rubbish at bowlers, but eventually we get it. And we decided not to waste any more arrows on these damn things. And just kill it with the parasaur. And yeah, by this point you could see I was frustrated with them. Just teabagging this microraptor. But eventually we do get back to it. We're still looking for trilobites, and we see an alpha megalodon in the distance with a funny looking face just die. We get some upgraded tools, which is always good. Now in the end we did give up on looking for trilobites. We didn't find any, but luckily we did find all these ants, which gave us plenty of well, chitin. I like to call it chitin, but we'll call it chitin. Google says chitin, so we'll go with that. Yeah, in the end we managed to get enough. We crafted a Tranodon saddle. On the way back we saw Tapejara just chilling out. We quickly ran to it. We didn't care about the level, just bowler it while it was there. Eventually we get back. I can't really remember what I was doing at this point. Crafting something. Yeah, it's been a while since I edited this footage and I'm trying to talk over it. Oh, that's it. We're crafting a trap. Can you guess what the trap is for? But we craft some more narcotics so we can get some more trank arrows. We've got quite a few, which is good. Nice and healthy. Eventually we get everything done and we set off on the Tranodon to oh, we go and recover the Tapejara first. Yes. and just whistle it to follow. Now, I can't really remember what I was doing here. Oh, that was it. The trap that I had just weighed us down too much on the Pteranodon. Now, while we were over here, I remembered that there's a note over here, so we thought we'd grab it and just put some more levels into weight so we can actually fly with the trap. And yeah, without us being super encumbered. And we decided to put all the levels into weight, so hopefully that will be enough as we head back to base with the Tapejara in tow. And we get there, we look behind us, we can't see it, but eventually we see a wing emerge from the behind the rocks, and here it arrives. We whistle for it to stop, move out of the way, and it lands exactly where we wanted it to land, which is quite unusual for this game. Now, eventually we did set off with the trap to tame what we are. Well, we are after an RG, it's clearly, but then I realised that we don't have a spyglass, and so we figured we're going to have to craft one along the way, but I don't have any tools with me, so I had to go back to base and grab a pickaxe just so I could get some crystal to make a spyglass, so we can actually see the levels of the RGs before we get there. Eventually we get there. It's our good old spot. We like coming here for RGs. We set to place it down and realised for some reason we can't. Yeah, and I couldn't figure out why, and then it dawned on me there must be a setting on the server somewhere that I haven't tinkered with, and it's blocking that. Eventually we do sort it, we come back and we managed to place the foundation and finish the trap. Our glorious RG trap, which will hopefully serve us well. And we do sometimes have problems with the cold here, so I sometimes do bring a load of standing torches just to keep us warm. I mean, you can see the snowflakes, so we are pretty cold. But looking for a decent level. We weren't really having much luck, but we end up just going for the highest one in the area that we could find, because we don't really want to waste too much time looking for a really good level. We just need to get an RG, basically. And we get there, and this always happens with me. We try and close the door, and we just can't find the prompt to close the door, but we circle around, we get it back in the trap, and I decide this time to bring the Pteranodon a little bit further forward, so hopefully the RG can stay aggroed on that, while we can safely go up to the door and shut it. And now we can just proceed with knocking out. We check that we got the right level. With 55, can you believe it was the highest one we found. We put one arrow into it and it knocks out, so that's great stuff. We are pros at knocking out creatures. Now we circle around a bit trying to get some prime meat. Good source of prime meat in this area is, well, the RGs. We managed to get 3, which was quite good. I think we killed a few, so we got a few more bits of prime meat. Sort in the order, so the ones that are going to spoil first right at the front, it will eat them first. I do that a lot. I swear I'm the only person that does it. But we figured while we're waiting for the RG to tame, we'll go out and get some metal. We'll load it into the RG while it's still asleep. It's working for us while it's still not ours yet. So that's quite good. Now eventually it does wake up, so we can take it home with us. But we don't have a saddle yet, so we just whistle it, follow, but we get there in the end. Jumping right back to when we got back to base. You don't really want to see me flying. The Pego attacks the base. It's our first invasion. It took our trank arrows, we can't be having that. We've got another Pego attack in the Pteranodon. They always come out of nowhere, these damn things. But yeah, we can't have that. 89 trank arrows. Yeah, we need them. Eventually we do deal with those. I'm saying eventually a lot, by the way. Maybe that should be a new drinking game every time I say that word this video. Now we do find a trilobite eventually. Yay, hooray. Which was quite fortunate considering, well, we learnt the RG saddle and need to craft one. We don't have any weapons with us, so we just use our pickaxe. It's good enough though for these things. But we do get it. I was tempted to say that word again, that drinking word. You see a dodo running from something. Not entirely sure what. But we've got enough chitin now. We can craft the saddle, which is beautiful. I suppose all that's left to do from this point on is trying to find a decent Anki and Dodi. But on the way back we saw a higher level Pteranodon, so we got to tame that. We land and we completely lose track of it straight away. You can see me looking around a bit confused. But we just go over here and we see it again. There were two of them actually. 130, I can't remember the level of the other one, but they were both female, so we just decided to go for the higher level one. And we do actually get a decent bowler again. Maybe we are actually improving our bowler game. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe I can translate that to PvP servers. What do you think? We were just hanging around waiting for this to tame. We managed to get some prime meat. I can't remember where we got it from, but we got it in the end. We got higher level Pteranodon tamed. And decided to take the RG out for its first spin. And we get there and immediately spot was at a 150 RG. We're out here looking for either a Dodi or an Anki, and we see an RG, which wasn't there before, which was kind of frustrating. But we try and get this in the trap because we don't have the Pteranodon with us. The RG is too big to fit through the trap, obviously, because it is designed to trap RGs in. We do get it in, but it immediately flies out. Yeah, that's not going to work. This took actually quite a lot of attempts. I've managed to cut a few bits out. Try it again and it aggroes on the RG. It's just a pain in the arse. We tried to get it in this way, the tree's blocking our view, and thanks Ark. Thanks very much for teleporting me to the right by a few feet. The wild RG flies over the trap. We had enough of that tree, we got rid of it between the takes there. The wild RG flies over the trap again. And again. But eventually we do get it in though, when it stops aggroing onto the trap. I don't know why it does that. But we go back to the original method and we're successful. We've decided to shoot it to try and get it to stay that way. It works, we finally get it knocked out, hooray. Gosh, that was an adventure. But yeah, we decided to try and get some more prime meat. Unfortunately, all the RGs I was killing around this area weren't giving us a single bit of prime meat. So we decided to venture out a little bit further and kill as many things. Oh, for fuck's sake, another Microraptor. But yeah, we'll venture out into other things, try and get some prime meat desperately. Get 4 prime meat from that one. We get back, we managed to get the RG tamed. We did get it back to base, but we thought we'd head over here. We do often see a fair few Ankis over here. Oh, we see Ernie's raft. But none of the levels over here were really very good, which was quite frustrating considering how long it took us to get over here. What was that, a level 20 and a level 15? Well, that's no good, is it? We need higher than that. Although I wasn't too fussed about the levels, but I did want it to be, you know, somewhat decent level. Like 100 or more, or something like that. 35. 35 is the highest one we've seen so far. We find a blue drop. We go for it, pick up a sword, which we'll probably never use. And we take out our frustrations on wildlife by killing all the Ankis in the area. Eventually we do come over to, oh, we said the word again. We find a level 75 Dodi over a metal mountain. We tried to save it from the saber-tooth. Unfortunately, run out of stamina just as we tried to grab it. So we've just got to watch as it takes a bit of a beating. Luckily, aggro's onto me instead for some strange reason. But we managed to kill it and save the Dodi a little bit. But after getting a little bit more stamina, we can take it back to base in our newly crafted trap. And we tried to drop it in. We teleport through the trap. Oh, we didn't take the new RG home. we passed by the Redwoods Mountain on the way home to bring it back. Now I started to shoot this with normal trank arrows, but I was a little bit worried because it had already taken a few hits from that saber-tooth. I did not want it to curl up into a ball in its defensive position, because then we'd never tame it. So I figured we'd try and we'd use the metal that we've got, quickly craft a long neck and try and craft as many darts as we possibly could. And it was quite a bit of a pain though, because I was trying to knock it out at the same time while farming berries, getting spoiled meat, crafting narcotics, crafting trank arrows. But we do get it in the end. We do have to finish it off with the trank arrows though, but at least it's knocked out. At last, hooray. So that's one worker tame done. Load it with berries, and while we're waiting for it to wake up, we decide to not repeat that that little mistake again, and go out and collect as many narco berries as possible and stock up on narcotics and trank arrows, and make the transition to full-time tranquilizer darts instead of tranquilizer arrows. But we do get some berries, start crafting narcotics. For some reason I'm messing around with the spoiled meat, and we also have to craft some gunpowder, which is why the forges are on. They're just burning wood, so we can craft the ammo and craft some more tranquilizer arrows, which will set us up nicely for the next adventure. But yes, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying this series. Next time we'll go out and try and tame an Anki as we wait for this Dodie to wake up. But yes, thank you again, guys. Hope to see you in the next one soon, and bye for now.